Family court's a disaster in this country, heavily in New York State. It's bad. New York State's the worst. It's horrible. New York State family court system is destroying families, literally tearing them apart. The amount of fathers' rights events I've gone to, and I look out there and I see a sea of broken men. Mm-hmm. And I say to myself, how can I fix this state with broken men? I can't. And the worst part is behind every one of those broken fathers is at least one broken kid, if not multiple. And the biggest thing, and I don't know how this works in other states, but in New York State, I don't know if you know this, but if you lie in family court, it is not treated as perjury.
I'm sorry.
Yep, I'll say it again. If you lie in family court, it is not treated as perjury.
Why?
I believe it comes from what used to be in New York State. New York State was one of the last states to have no-fault divorces. Mm-hmm. So for years, you get divorced, you'd have to lie to your divorce, right? You and your spouse don't get along, you can't get divorced in New York State.
Right.
So you'd lie. Well, yeah, I cheated on her, or she slept with my best friend.
Right,
or,
okay.
Yeah, whatever. They would lie. That was the norm. That's how you did it. That was the norm. And I believe that just kept going. I believe that's what happened. They just kept going. And for years, that was the norm in New York State. Now New York State has no-fault divorces, but prior it didn't. So we just kept lying. So now you have a big problem here. Not just that in New York State. In New York State, we don't really have 50-50 parenting. Officially we do, but we don't. In reality, here's how it works. Woman gets custody, male gets 4 days a month. And people will tell me, no, Larry, that's not true. And then I say, stop lying, ask anyone. Mm-hmm. That is reality, right? But not just that. Because they want that and know that, lawyers literally tell their clients, you know, if you say she cheated on you, you might get the kids 50-50. I didn't say she did. I didn't say she didn't. But I'm telling you, if you tell a judge that, you might get the kids. And the other one tells the wife, you know, if you say he beat you and you're scared of him, he might not be able to get the kids and you can keep them. And I said this at one of my events, and there was a family law lawyer actually in the room. She announces immediately, I would never do that. Just announced it right out loud when I say it. And I said, great. You tell me it doesn't happen? And literally she did this. It's her exact response. Head down, look away. She couldn't answer that question. And that was, to be forward, that was on a Go Live. So that's on Facebook now. You can go look for that if you want to. She put her head down, looked away. Because you know it's true. Because it's not treated as perjury, which means you're lying back and forth. The lawyers have no punishment. And here's the worst part. The kids watch their mother and father lie against each other. And you wonder why our kids are thinking about suicide. You wonder why our kids don't want to have relationships. You wonder why our kids don't want to get married. They're watching their parents destroy each other. People who, their image of motherhood and fatherhood is right there. And they're watching it destroyed. Now, no one else talks about this. Why? Here's the reason why. It's going to sound horrible, but it's true. If you're broken through family court, you don't have any money. Mm-hmm. Your money goes either to your kids or family or to lawyers. So you can't donate. I don't make much money on this at all. I haven't been divorced in New York State. I don't know how that worked, so I have no idea how that works. So I don't have a horse in this race. But it's wrong. It's wrong. I shouldn't have. Every father's rights group I go to, everyone in that room knows someone who's committed suicide, someone who's abandoned their family, and half of them have been in prison, been in jail. But they all know someone's been in jail. It's wrong. So we have to change it, but no one will talk about it. Farmers, I'm not a farmer, but it's wrong. I don't own a firearm, but it's wrong. I don't have to have this. I don't have to be involved in this to know that it's wrong. So we have to fix it. And that's why people are saying, oh, that guy's right. Because I'm saying what's actually happening. Right? When I tell people that the court system is destroying men, and that doesn't sound good. It's not PC to say that. Because it is beating up women too. It's true. There are some women who are getting beat up now also. But if you make it to where lying is treated as perjury, the person who lies when they get caught goes to jail, and the lawyer who encouraged it loses their license. That protects both men and women, because women often get beat up usually because of money. Usually, not always, but it's often a guy is hiding money. It's a common issue. But he'll lie about it. He goes, I don't have any money. And he's got 2 cars, 2 houses. Mm-hmm. And when you find out he's got it, he'll pay something. Maybe he won't. Who knows? But imagine if he went to jail and the lawyer lost his license. Well, he stops lying. Right? Oh, the woman, worse. Women put men in jail like there's no tomorrow in New York State. I mean, because there's no due process. So literally your wife says, I'm scared of him. Boom. Order of protection. No due process. No appeal. You got it. Now you both happen to be shopping at Walmart. You're going to jail. Happens all the time. So now here's the best part. A judge thinks that's a good idea because, you're a bad guy, obviously. Why? Because she said so. Where's the due process? Nothing. And
Isn't this the Me Too problem?
It is.
Got to have due process.
Yes, you need due process.
And
there's no due process. Now he goes to jail. So now his son watches his dad go off to jail. And you wonder why his son's messed up. How's his daughter going to pick a good man when her image of manhood is her father going off to jail every other week and mom going, yeah, that guy's horrible. He's a bad guy. And now they hate each other. And now they'll punish each other left and right. Why do you think they don't trust anybody? Family court system is destroying our families. And I'll go further. Now you have the second part, which is the money. It's all about the money. And it should be about the kids. It's not about the kids. It's about the money. So what does that mean? That means now, John, you at one point made $100,000 a year in your life. You must now make that forever until your kid's 21. And I'm gonna make you pay child support as if you make $100,000 forever. How is that legal? Would you have to do that if you were married? No. And in a world where jobs literally go away in 5 years, companies pack up, your job may no longer exist in 5 years. And that's what you think is right? What is wrong with you, Judge? And then on top of that, till 21. So you have to pay an adult, 18, 19, 20, 21. How is that legal? Your kid's an adult. Your kid's an adult. If you want to help your kid when they're an adult, you should if you want to. It's your money and it's your kid. Please help if you want to. You're not required by law to help your kid when your kid's 18. Your kid's an adult. Good luck, kid. That's how that works. Not in the family court. You must. I'm still not done. You don't pay? Tell you what we'll do. I'll show you. I'll put you in jail. What idiot judge thought that was a good idea? Which one? Oh, I'll put him in jail. This way he loses his job and can never pay. And this way his kids see him in jail. Brilliant. Well done, Judge. Or I'll take your driver's license away. How stupid is that? Or this is the worst one. I'll take away your professional license because you didn't pay. This is my state. And we wonder why things are a disaster. And the last part of this is you have a situation to where we look at family court like it is the lowest court, the lowest form. It's the kids' table. Shame on us for that. Family court's the most important court. If you have good families, you have less criminals. If you have good families, you have less people fighting each other in civil court. Family court's number one. Look at all the jails. 80% of those men, they don't have fathers in their lives. Now, this part does bother me personally because my father died when I was 12. So I didn't have a dad in my life in those years. And I ran after the Marine Corps because I was searching for positive male role models. I didn't have them. Now the state takes them away. The state, you know how many people I've heard say, Larry, I pay $1,000 every single month or $1,300 every single month, and I haven't seen my kids in 7 years. Shame on a system that does that. Because here's what I know. I didn't have a father for 13 through 17. I would have taken a broke dad any day of the week. Any day of the week. A dad who could only give me ice cream once a month. I'd have rather had a broke dad than no dad. And the state takes dads away, and we think we're okay with that? No. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. That's a change. And no one else talks about it.